But yeah, no, that was just a that was just a little short one because I knew it was just going to be a one. It's just an avalanche of stupid.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I knew from the second I was like, no, I've got this. Because Psyche K is like the stupid anime. Like, he's got all the high end, super stupid abilities. I chose a character to match for a reason.
And he's just wanting to live a normal life and all that crap.
That is a nice fork. Aw.
Look at my plastic sports. Look at them. You want to know how I got these stars? Opening up a spork. It hurt
Whoa.
my bad.
Oh, we all know you got them from the popsicles. Don't lie.
Bruno, the only
Man.
thing you got from a popsicle was the doctor's exam.
Hey, those melt. It's okay.
Oh. Sounds so sticky.
No.
Do you think a douche works in the
Doom
wrong
Guy
way?
in Sonic Universe, Mario and fucking going rogue, Beats of Life. I think we've covered pretty much everything.
Yes.
I tried asking you guys numerous times.
Wait.
But we
Okay.
already gave the answer
So-
of Tom New supporting the death sentence.
Since we have covered basically everything on our topics of what we want to cover, I want to go and talk about the time travel powers. So there's two.
Why the hell
You
do you
can
want to
travel
start a
back
paradox?
anytime. Hold on, I will get to that. So there's two. You can go back in time to any point in history. And then the second is you can only travel back through your own lifetime. So any point that you've ever been alive, you can't travel forward, but you can alter anything. You retain all information from your previous life, and your old life just kind of gets deleted. So you're not dealing with any time paradox.
Are you just saying that part so you don't have to worry about your knee to get damaged again?
No, no. So let's say, or for the second one, you have the ability to go back to like your high school graduation and change everything after your high school graduation that has led up to this point. So for me, I'd be traveling from 2024 to 2009. I
God, you
now have to
graduated when we
relive.
fucking left middle school.
Josh was having a moment the other day when I said something about graduating in 2013. He was like, I feel old now.
Yeah, I feel old. But I have to now live from 2009 to 2024.
All over again.
I have to relive those.
No.
But I go back with all of my prior knowledge, knowing full well the choices that I made the first go around, I can alter to see a different outcome.
Nope.
Personally, I think this versus the former is an S tier power. But it is only personal use. Like, it is S tier for personal gain.
So I could not. I. I'm gonna fail this one out. I'm absolutely gonna say it's an F tier, but it's not fatal. It doesn't go and get you killed. But like this is one of those deep rooted ones that I've just conversed about personally on my own time where like I could never yes, things could be better, but I could never go back and change things and not have what I have now. There's no guarantee that I could ever end up with what I've got.
But you could have more. So you go back in time and you, like, let's say I go back in time to when I was 16. I am now able to fully start a job. I could save all my money and invest in stupid things like Bitcoin, Tesla, all these things that I personally know are going to make it big when they are first starting, and now become a multi-billionaire.
Okay, but I think where Brad's getting at there is like, if all that happened, would you be with Kayla right now?
Maybe not, but I can also influence certain things to make it happen. And if I really want to do that, all I have to go do is reset a little bit more time and keep making those different choices that I need to make it happen to where I want to be. You can literally rewrite your own history at any scale. You just have to relive or go through the new timeline up until whenever you decide to go back again.
I feel that would get very messy in times.
And that further instills the idea that I wouldn't want it.
Destabilization.
I know we generally talk about these ones.
Not creating a
Are we
paradox.
forgetting about the paradox? I was literally about saying that because
I did stipulate that this does not create a time paradox because it automatically deletes your previous timeline. So you don't have to worry about the time paradox. And at that point, you can literally go back at the end of your life cycle, as you are about to die, go back and relive everything. Relive all the good moments of your life. You have already changed so much that your life is relatively easy. You're not having a lot of down moments. You are a generally happy person. Those that you have brought into your life through your choices are genuinely happy people. You can now recycle this in an indefinite loop if you really wanted to relive those good moments over and over and over again. There is really truly no downside to this other than maybe, yeah, you get bored. But if you can change all those choices and memorize and have those memories in your head, you get to keep those. You essentially can just now make the same choices over again from a certain point, knowing this is where that choice needed to be made. This is what led me there.
Again, not to make make this personalized or anything, because I think we generally be biased in like superpowers and shit. We're openly biased, but
I am dropping in the line because okay, yeah, you have memories and that, but how much of the memories do you actually still remember from all the years with the details? Because through different theories and
that I did make sure to stipulate that was in the powers itself, is you get to retain all the information that you had.
Okay, but I don't even know if Bruno's trying to make this point, but I see a different side of that. After your, like, 50th reset, redoing shit, at what point do you eventually just start to kind of go mad with all of this overlapping knowledge that is completely useless and no one else knows about, and you keep slipping up and telling someone the wrong thing?
There is that.
And you have
But
no one to confide in.
Like, Bruno, to give my example and opinion on this, Bruno, you can go back in time and stop yourself from ever flying through a car window.
Yeah, I don't see my mentality being able to do that because, as we always discussed, it goes on who you are, what you're meant, how you are mentally, with your thoughts and everything, let alone even from going back in time. How are you gonna handle everything mentally when you're trying to do a reset of those years and that? What the details? Are you gonna want to reset them to have it be a little better, keep it at the same to alternate later on, or is it get worse? There's always going to be a different catch in that. Not everything will be able to be fixed.
No, not everything will. But what I'm saying is if you could go back and change the like, obviously I'm never going to be able to go back and change the fact that I'm diabetic. There's no amount of choice that I can make to change that. However, can I stop myself from tearing my shoulder? Can I stop myself from breaking my arm? Can I stop myself from destroying my knee? Yes.
Okay, so you're getting yourself into a circle here. On my original thought, no, that this one is a completely personalized, suggestive, like we're never going to come to a conclusive answer here. People in the comments, let us know where you sit on it. Is it useful to you? Would this be beneficial in any way, shape, or form? My initial thought is no, because I would never be able to accumulate the amount of personalized self-value and wealth that I have now without being overcome to a change in direction. Josh is talking about going back and investing in Bitcoin. If I go back and invest in Bitcoin or Tesla knowing that that's going to monopolize my lifestyle, I'm not focused on retaining my life here. I am focused on a financial boost. So, yes, if I want to completely rechange my life structure, sure. As you can, okay, at this point, you're walking yourself in a circle. You want to talk about not having any paradoxes. The paradox that I am starting to watch develop here, if Bruno goes back in time, but he retains his mentality, his memories, and everything that is Bruno, but he changes the outcome of that car wreck, does that mean Bruno stays being Bruno? Or is Bruno now somebody else that has not gotten hit by a car and is just nobody that we know of because we don't know what would have happened from that point on? Like, that's a huge problem. That is a circular problem. You can't do both.
I go back.
I mean, that is...
manage to make sure my dad doesn't die. And, like, what's going on from there? Because who knows who I would have been, even. Like, even that bit of a thing.
Like, and again, that is personalized bias. Like, I'm sorry, from my perspective, that seems like something you would absolutely jump on doing. Does that change everything we have here, though? Yep. Yes. And that, to me, is...
I wouldn't do that.
My negative, like, that's why I would never use that.
Nope.
I cannot change the life that I have now for a feeble attempt of something that I think could be better when we have no guarantee. And I have to live the next 20 years of my life to make sure that this outcome is better.
Also, you're telling me to achieve any of this, I have to be a teenager again? I am out.
I mean, yes. But Now, let's talk about the flip side of that coin, where you can go and travel future, past, whatever. You can interact. This one may create a time paradox. You know, go back and assassinate certain people who shall not be named.
Okay, so I'm my own grandfather. That's not the point. I get told that I'm very much my, like, the mentality is there.
Futurama home and front. Oh, it's his own grandmother in the fucking past.
No, I'm all for that one, to a degree. I have full jump capability, right? Like, I can go check out history and then just come back to where I am. And if I didn't do nothing, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm a lazy person. I'd love to be a historian, and if that was my kind of
If I
capabilities,
could do fly on the wall.
yeah. If I could be a fly on a wall, if I could just jump to a time and place and watch shit go down and then pop back, you
I
know,
enjoy that.
could I change directions in history? Again, this comes full circle back to what we were just talking about. I'm never gonna change anything in fear if I don't get what I have now. But yeah, absolutely. This is high end fucking let someone be radicalized, go change history, Third Reich, da 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 da. Hitler was right, we're all vegetarian painters. Sorry to pull a Kanye. Apparently, if you're more up to times with your talk and shit, your videos just have a greater chance because of algorithms. So, something toilet. I don't.
Skibbity toilet.
Let's go!
I do know what that is from teaching, like teacher videos. I was like watching a video recently.
Not as useful, or this one actually has potential to be horrifically deadly.
That is, again, more biased. I stand by the idea that I'd never actually go back and change anything in fear that I couldn't have what I have now.
I would like to be more like a specter or a hologram type
really
situation.
It comes down to biology on this one for me, though. So, in my opinion, you only have 5 years in the past and in the future that you only have a 10-year window gap due to biology. Because the things that we are immune to in our own immune system, they weren't immune to 50 years ago.
See, okay, again
If
though,
you
I don't want to be physically there. Fly on the wall. I don't want to be able to affect things, or at least I want to be able to make that choice where, like, I'm all but a ghost getting to watch things. Fly on the wall. I'm there, but not there.
See, the fly on the wall aspect, yes, 110% will actually change everything. But if you have to physically be there, you essentially create a super play.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to physically be there because I don't want to risk the chance of someone looking at me and being like, "Who the hell are you in your weird clothes?"
I'm all for it. Fuck
You
it.
know,
Burn
but
me at the stake
if
because I'm
you
a
are
witch.
a manifestation in that, you could become the world's greatest historian. You can literally write the best history book ever.
The only frustration, though, is that moment as the Spectre, sitting in the Library of Alexandria, over somebody's shoulder, hoping they'll turn a page in a book you can't even read, but you really want to see it, and you can't touch anything, so you're just waiting.
You're just there.
This guy reads really slow.
You know, but like, I would love to go back and view, because if I got to be a Spectre, I think this is an S tier ability, mainly because you get to see things as they happened. There's no speculation of what happened. There is only the aspect of this is what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have actually passed history class at that point.
Right?
I'd have
It'd be
been
much
teaching
more
history
entertaining.
class at that point.
You know, yeah, or I would actually just become a history teacher. But I think that by allowing us to go back in that time frame would be amazing because, part of my problem with history, and the reason why I bring these up is I struggled in history for the fact of the matter that how do you know what that book says is accurate?
Yeah, unfortunately, the most I remember from history class in high school was like junior year, I want to say. My history teacher had us all do a project on biographies. And mind you, they were recent things. I did like Joan Jett, but one kid did a basketball player and apparently missed the memo that this was not okay because he didn't really understand that he should not have gone and found the darkest makeup at the store and colored himself black for his presentation.
Alrighty.
And that is the
Hey, put
thing
on
I
the
remember
black
most
thing.
from high school
Ladies
history,
and
so
gentlemen.
obviously it was too boring.
So first
Yeah.
and foremost, welcome to the second hour of the stream. Don't forget to get up, stretch, blink, stay hydrated. It's not only healthy for you guys, the viewers, but it's also healthy for us, the squirrels, especially because most of the time our brains are running faster than our bodies. Don't know what I'm talking about? Go check out the Twitch channel, Squad of Squirrels, same handle. Great place where you see all the unedited content going live.
Where the brain speed is a mix of fast, slow, and oh my god, what are you doing?
As far as this,
Oh, yeah, pumpkin.
we're falling farther and farther away from topic here, and I'm not against that because squirrels. But personal time travel, again, I see that being a failure, not because it's fatal, just because I would never use it.
Oh man, I think I'd be spamming the crap out. Personally, that's why I say it's an S tier because I'd be spamming the crap out of it.
It's a D tier, potentially a C tier. It's a C tier at best because I'm not using it for any major inconveniences in my life or anything like that. I'm using it for those stupid subtle moments where I've just poured my bowl of cereal, picked it up off the counter, and that bitch dropped out of my fucking hands because I don't have grip on it.
Using it to fix my favorite coffee cup that just dropped on the floor.
Going back 2 minutes into... Huh?
I was alive when Harambe died. I'm stopping the Harambe moment.
I'm stopping
Alternating history.
Dicks out for Harambe!
I will use this power just for Harambe.
What is Sarai using this power for? I'm going back 2 minutes to not dislocate my ankle this time.
I'm going back 3 minutes in time to not die in my hardcore survival world.
Yeah.
I'm going back 2 hours in time to make sure I buy cornstarch.
Yes.
You're going back 12 hours in time to make sure your game doesn't get corrupt.
Like
using this for some dumb shit.
Some things like, oh man, I had to restart my entire game because I missed one item. I'm going back in time.
I'm going back in time.
Yes.
I don't like how I decorated the Christmas tree. I'm gonna go back in time to before I decorated it so I don't have to take it down.
I haven't stopped at a bonfire in 3 fucking hours.
And I died.
Man,
Reset.
So, okay, just absolute swing. Would I never use this power? I would never use this power for what Josh actually intended it for. But for these absolute minor inconveniences, A tier. A tier.
like that was the caveat is I never said how far back you gotta go. You could legitimately just fix every minor inconvenience of your life.
I mean, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, I do. I like our car, but the difference that 10 minutes could have made. Going back 10, fucking minutes.
Dumbass fucking drivers.
It's save state for the most ridiculous of shit. Do I take fall damage here?
Oh god!
I'm gonna walk up to the baddest bitch in school and see what happens.
Right, just. Or, you know, you really needed that A on the test. You really needed the A on the test. You get your grade back and it is complete and utter F, and you just memorize all the answers because you know they wrote down the correct answers, and you go back and take that test and get that A.
So it
At
sounds.
most, I would just literally be using it just to make
Go
sure I
give
don't
someone
crush
a
my
piece of
foot
your
or
mind.
spend so much money on fucking soda.
There's some therapy for you. Go give somebody that you just need to fucking go off on a piece of your mind. Go off, say everything you needed to say, and then go back like 10 minutes.
Go back right before the conversation. You're just like, yep, I know how this is going to end, so.
And then you just be like, oh, hey, nice to see you. And you walk off.
Or, you know, further instating the villain aspect here between me and Josh, absolutely fuck someone up. And then go back in time.
Just
I'm gonna go
straight
get
up
in a
have a good
fist
old
fight
5-minute
with
beat down
somebody
session and go back in time and then just be like, yep, that felt good. How you
I'm
doing?
gonna go get
neighbor?
that. I'm gonna go get in a fist fight with somebody's older sister.
Checks out. So, general consensus, we've managed to swing this one. And I'd say at least A tier. Everyone's good on this convenience bit. It's an A tier. The other one, it sounds like more modified. It'd be a hit. Your time travel one would be more, if it was more modified. We're not taking all the buffs and debuffs from fucking traveling back 60 years and da-da-da-da-da. Everyone sounds like we just want to hang out and see what happens, not actually be a part of it.
Yeah.
So, under your rules, I'd say it's mid, C, D, mid tier. Improvised, again, back to this A tier. Real good commodity. Just everybody wants to be a historian. Everyone wants to go back and read the books from the Library of Alexandria. And
I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and learn how to read it first, but.
Well, hey, if you go back in time, imagine learning how to actually speak Greek or Latin.
I don't want to summon a demon. You guys already did that in the campaign.
I want to, not to get all...
Beat that demon down. Oh, good.
And it would be nice to make the end of the world start early.
Okay, so this has just turned into our longest one yet. Not to make our...
Wait. Sidebar. I said we were gonna summon a demon. Bruno equates that to the end of the world. Wouldn't you become a Christian?
Well, good to know. I'm not the first person to turn this into a religious dialect, but... yeah, no, genuinely speaking, I wouldn't mind going back to the dawn of most of our modern-day religions and seeing, like, where... We all know the parallels. Aliens.
I want to go find the missing link.
No, honestly...
Well, there isn't exactly one.
I want to go back and see, like... I want to go to the time period where all this script started being written, because there's so many parallels that they're not the same fucking story, dude.
History's been
You know,
written
that's
by
good.
people that
Translated and
want to
rewritten.
fucking
Actually
be
go
dumb
back.
and all that anyway.
You can go back to when the first actual humans arrived.
Yes, that's what I mean. I'd like to do that. Shit. And that. And see the fix my coffee.
Imagine the menace that you could become.
You know how much
Imagine how
history would be different?
With that info.
So I'm just gonna say this here, and I will randomly attach it to one of the videos, because who knows, I've got less than 24 hours. I work tomorrow and all throughout this week to get this edited and uploaded. So happy Thanksgiving on whichever video this makes it to. I hope everybody has safe travels tomorrow, enjoys a great time with their family. It sounds like we'll all be enjoying pie with the diabetic here.
I'm not.
As far as the video that this is actually attached to, we've come to our general consensus. We're squirreling again, so if you want to keep being a part of the squirrels, again, I highly suggest you check out the Twitch channel. But for now, we have been the squad of squirrels. We've squawked enough. Until next time.
We squirreling now the people.
Squeaks. Love it.